Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Millette. I'm ExCellThera's co-CEO and Chief Operating Officer. So as you can see from our cover slide and tagline, at ExCellThera, we thrive on making better cells, and we're focused on providing better lives for patients and their families. We're a private company based in Montreal, Canada. I'll let you read the legalities of this disclosure and move on to the next slide. Okay, ExCellThera was founded in 2015, and we position ourselves as a world leader in blood stem cell expansion and rejuvenation, and I hope that this presentation will help you understand why. So our activities are comprised of four main segments. Firstly, our commercial platform is already generating income, and we are partnering with leading cell and gene therapies for the use of our proprietary molecules with certain companies that are here at MESA. Second, our ECT-001 cell therapy is an investigational drug, and we've dosed nearly 100 patients so far in phase 1-2 studies in Canada and the US. And we're getting ready for our commercialization phase in Europe within 18 months. We also have an exciting pipeline of cell and gene therapy, which I'll get into a bit later on. And finally, we have an investment in RejuvenRx, which is a targeted therapy biotech company specializing in protein degradation. Our commercial licensing platform is based on novel molecules for use in the field of cell and gene therapies. And our lead molecule is UM171. UM171 is becoming the standard for expansion in cell and gene therapy. It has a first-in-class mechanism of action. It's been clinically validated in nearly 100 patients, has been cited in over 40 scientific articles across the world, and it's used under license by institutions and biopharmas, including our friends at Astellas. It can be easily integrated into the manufacturing process of various cell and gene therapy products as a reagent. It's available in commercial GMP grade, and it's supported by a Type 2 Drug Master File, or DMF, filed with the FDA. In terms of its mechanism of action, UM171 leads to specific epigenetic modification which have a profound impact on stem cell self-renewal. As such, UM171 enhances stem and progenitor cell expansion ex vivo. In terms of cell expansion and rejuvenation, UM171 improves the number and the quality of stem cells, leading to a healthier, rejuvenated graft that includes exponential increases of T cells, NK cells, dendritic cells, stem cells, and mast cells for a unique graft composition. As most of you in the audience know, cell and gene therapy manufacturing protocols have a negative impact on the well-being of cells. In plain terms, cells like to be left alone and don't tolerate well manipulation and culture, often leaving them with the attributes of aged cells or exhausted cells at the end of the process. Incorporating UM171 does not only help expand the number of cells, but also helps counteract the effects of exhaustion and premature aging, including DNA damage. Most cell and gene therapy companies, including many at the conference, face challenges relating to how low functional doses result from process exhaustion and lead to poor clinical outcomes, including engraftment failures or delays in patients. We're here to help companies who face this challenge, and we have already. UM171 has immense potential in a broad array of cell types and is ready to be integrated in most cell and gene therapy CMC processes, to provide a higher number of rejuvenated cells and unlock the full potential of cell and gene therapies. So UM171 has many use cases in various fields beyond the field that we're developing internally, which is allogeneic HSCT, and that includes gene therapy protocols where HSCs become exhausted during gene modification, solid organ tolerization, where the low number of HSCs is often a major hurdle for tolerization. Our molecule can also be used in various indications. So we're working with partners in heart repair, brain diseases, Hurler syndrome, osteopetrosis, and those are only a few examples. It can also be used for various cell lines, including iPSCs, that's our partnership with Astellas, but NK cells, MSCs, platelets. UM171 and our other molecules all have strong patent positions in all of the major jurisdictions, including composition of matter and method of use patents. So in conclusion, on this line of business, UM171 has a broad range of use, and we're partnering with select cell and gene therapy companies to use under license UM171 and to enhance their cell and gene therapy protocols by expanding HSCs and protecting them against process exhaustion and damage. Okay, on to our ExCellThera cell therapy program, for which we have treated nearly 100 patients in severe blood cancers, and which is at an advanced initial stage, and we're getting ready for its initial commercialization phase. So what is ExCellThera cell therapy? I think this diagram illustrates the manufacturing program. So our manufacturing is efficient and reliable. Firstly, we separate the cells from cord blood and any other cell source, but our main product is from cord blood currently. So we separate the stem cells that have a CD34 plus marker. Then they're expanded ex vivo using UM171 in a 7-day process in very small volumes. The resulting stem cells are cryopreserved and can be shipped and are shipped everywhere in the world or can be stored for prolonged periods. So our first clinical trial was launched in 2016, and our promising data was published in the Lancet Hematology in 2020. Our investigational drug product, so ExCellThera therapy, has also received various designations, including Prime in Europe, RMAT in the US, and Orphan Drug Designation, or ODD, in both jurisdictions. I think to date, what we're most proud of is that we've treated nearly 100 patients across various trials in the US and Canada with excellent outcomes, and we'll soon be celebrating this milestone. We're also extremely proud to be able to treat patients who have no therapeutic options, which we refer to as donorless patients. So patients who can't find a matched donor, we are able to help them. On this slide, you can see two real examples of patients with very little hope who have been treated in the past years with our product and who are currently still doing very well. So GRFS, or GVHD and relapse-free survival, is a comprehensive metric that's been developed to measure the overall success of a stem cell transplant. And it takes into account the absence of GVHD, relapse, and treatment-related mortality, or TRM. So on the left, you'll see that our clinical data across all our trials to date suggests that we have a higher GRFS than all other alternative grafts under the historical standard of care. Importantly, and this is a recent update, our clinical data from our initial trial suggests a higher GRFS compared to mobilized blood in a comparative registry study conducted by CIBMTR, and the full results of that study would be unveiled and presented at ASH 2022 in a few weeks. We believe that this is indicative that ExCellThera's potential to significantly improve long-term survival and patient outcome thereby challenging the standard of care. On this graph on the left, it shows that we are the only expansion technology that allows the use of very small cords. And this virtually guarantees that all donorless patients will have access to a matched unit and therefore a stem cell transplant. The graph on the right shows a strong clinical signal which we've observed among high-risk patients. These are patients who have a prognosis of a 25% survival after 2 years, and we've observed nearly 70% survival rate for patients treated with our ExCellThera cell therapy. As you can see from this pretty straightforward table, ExCellThera is the only technology that has the potential to combine the advantages of the 3 different sources of stem cells in a single best-in-class product. So stem cell transplants, as you know, is the best and often only curative option for patients with blood cancers. The allo-HSCT market for our product is a very high-value niche market with significant concentration around a few key transplant centers and KOLs. Our plan is to first cater to the 1.5 billion annual donorless patient market across the US and Europe, and then to move on to the 6 billion high-risk patient segment where we've observed very strong clinical signal, and finally, the broader 10+ billion annually allogeneic HSCT market. So as I think I've mentioned earlier, our currently existing clinical trial data, we've done almost 100 patients. We'll hit that milestone very soon and we'll make an announcement. I think we're at 98. So our currently existing data will support the filing next year of our MAA, which is the European equivalent of a BLA, for an accelerated approval of ExCellT001 cell therapy in donorless patients in Europe. And you can see the rest of our strategy, where we have staggered approvals and regulatory processes between 2023 and 2026 across the donorless, pediatric, and high-risk segments. Let's talk briefly about our pipeline. So we have been adapting and optimizing our molecule, so the UM171 technology, to expand and rejuvenate cells, not only from cord blood, but from mobilized blood and bone marrow as well. And we plan to launch an initial clinical trial, therefore, next year. We have also been collaborating with various biopharmas in order to provide cadaveric bone marrow expansion to be used in solid organ tolerization strategies, for which the low number of HSCs is often an issue. And we are the only technology where you can apply a tolerization strategy for multiple organs from the same donor. We have also developed an engineered HSC platform, which leverages our cell expansion and engineering technologies. And finally, we're also developing other molecules, small molecules for cell and gene therapy. Close, we have an investment in RejuvenRx. RejuvenRx is a preclinical biotech company which specializes in targeted protein degradation and inhibition to delay aging and treat cancers. So as you've seen today, we at ExCellThera are truly sitting on the forefront of science and are offering hope to patients that do not have therapeutic options, including donorless patients and high-risk patients. So by making better cells, ExCellThera is focused on providing better lives for patients and their families. Again, my name is David Millette. I'm the company's co-CEO and Chief Operating Officer. This concludes the presentation. Thank you.